They were young, in love, adventurous, but their dream to see the world ended on a lonely Canadian highway. Andrea Scherpf and Bernd Göricke were just 20 and 26 years old when they left West Germany in the summer of 1983. They wanted to see the world, so they did what many young travelers do. They left most of their money at home and planned to hitchhike from city to city. They made it all the way to Canada. By September, they were in Vancouver, British Columbia. They sent postcards home saying that Canadians were very kind, but they didn't say where exactly they were going. They only said they were exploring the wilderness. Then silence. For 2 months, their families didn't hear from them. Then on October 3, 1983, a man walking his dog in the woods near Chetwynd, British Columbia, found something terrifying. 2 bodies in the shallow grave, bound with duct tape and shot with a shotgun. The woman was kneeling like she was praying. The man was lying next to her. He'd been shot in the back of the head. It was Andrea and Bernd. They'd been murdered, but no one knew who would want to hurt them. They didn't have any money. They weren't involved in drugs. They weren't political activists. They were just young tourists wanting to see the world. When the news reached Germany, their families were devastated. They couldn't believe that such a horrible thing could happen to their children. They trusted Canada, they trusted the road, and now they had only questions: who would kill these innocent kids, and most importantly, why? Unfortunately, the answers eluded police for many years. There were no witnesses. There were no suspects. There was nothing to go on except the victims' belongings. So the case went cold. For 16 years, the only evidence sat in a dusty box in the police office. Then in 1999, police received a tip. A man named Andy Rose confessed to killing the German tourists. He told police everything: how he met the couple while hitchhiking, how they accepted a ride in his truck, and then later when he stopped for the night, he shot them and buried them in the forest. The next day he led police to the exact spot. He even apologized to the victims' families, but after being charged he changed his story. He said he was lying. He said he was innocent, and suddenly no one believed him, not even the judge. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. 4 years later, with new advances in DNA testing, it became clear Andy Rose was innocent. The real killer was still out there, and police were back at square one until 2008. After nearly 25 years, they got a DNA hit. The evidence was on file. The match was in the system. It was a perfect fit. The only problem: the person it matched, Bobby Jack Fowler, was already dead. He died in prison in 2006 at the age of 72. But the DNA didn't lie. He had killed Andrea and Bernd. It was a tragic end to a terrifying man. Fowler had a long rap sheet, a history of violence against women. At the time of the murder, he was wanted for questioning in connection with several missing persons cases. Police linked him to at least 3 other murders in Canada and the United States. When news of the conviction reached Andrea and Bernd's families, they were overjoyed. Finally, after so many years, they had answers, but it wasn't really justice. The families never got to see Fowler in court. He never faced trial, and he died believing he was innocent. What drove this serial killer to murder again and again? And why did he take the lives of 2 young lovers who only wanted to experience the world? How did Andy Rose know all that information? We may never know. In the end, all we can do is remember. Remember Andrea and Bernd. This is a true story. Their names are real and the pain is real. Thanks for watching. To watch more real stories from around the world, subscribe to Universal True Stories.